Hello, it's Helen Godden and you're joining me for our 9th time on our Flower Power Quilt-a-long. Yes, this is our last block we'll be quilting together. Don't forget you can catch up anytime you like. I hope you've enjoyed this. It's been a lot of fun to bring this to you and I'm really looking forward to seeing everyone's variations, whether you've painted or appliqued or embroidered. They're looking really good. So today's instalment for the last time is the sunflower. Let's get started. So I'm starting off our sunflower block by going around those little circles in the middle. They kind of represent seeds of the sunflower, I guess. So going around, over completing those circles to be able to fill in that pattern. Now this is the last time we'll be together with our quilt-along, as this is our 9th block. So my plan with my blocks is to put them together in a quilt-as-you-go style finished piece. So I'm going to write a fairly lengthy comment down below that explains to you my technique for putting these blocks together. Now you can choose anything you'd like. I know some of you are making these into bags and cushions. Some are making little gifts for friends. But I'm going to tell you in the explanation down below in the comments of how I've put it together in a quilt-as-you-go style. As you can see, I changed my mind about halfway around with the loop going upwards and the loop going out. I much prefer that way, so I'll probably unpick those or just live with them, but I think that looks a lot nicer with the loop going to the outside of that shape, not to the inside of that shape. Okay, I might do something to help emphasize these little petals. So throughout this whole process, it's been pretty exciting to see people's examples, and some of them tell me it's the first time they've even attempted free motion quilting, and I am so impressed. But if you'd like to learn more about my free motion quilting styles, I now have my Liberation from the Ditch Beginners Free Motion Quilting class, what a mouthful, online. So if you go to helengodden.com, you can find that class and join in with me for a more detailed instructional video designed for absolute beginners to free motion quilting. And if you are quite confident with your free motion quilting, but really would like some more input of just more designs, I do have a double disc DVD called 50 Styles of Quilting that is available on my website. I also have the same content in a book format, and it's a PDF book called 50 Styles of Quilting, and you can download that from my website and have access to that instantly. So a few options for you there if you feel you've got a handle on the beginner's level and want to just take that next step. Right, so for the background here, I'm going to show you one that I call Papyrus. Now for this, I use my Sharpie because it's going to show up nicely for the camera. And I draw some curves that kind of separate areas. Now, not much room there, but as we come up here, I might make them come off those shapes. There we go. Just some little kind of, I call them chunks, and it's not a great word, but you know what I mean. And then I'll show you what I do with those. I fill those with a little set of papyrus leaves. So I call this my starting point for this little section. Okay, and you can see it's a series of arcs that go back to that starting point. I'll do another one, but I start with a different starting point. Okay, and they all relate to that arc that I drew there. Okay, the ends of each of those sections curve onto that arc, and then when that is gone, that friction pen, you're left with these areas that just seem to fit into each other and look pretty, you know, pretty cool. So for this next one, I might come down here and make this point the starting point of this fan of papyrus. Okay, so you can see it's just a set of arcs that turn left or right, which doesn't matter which way they go, but each time you're starting from a new starting point and you get that beautiful movement. Okay, and again, don't forget to join it to the edges of that black, and it will make it look like it goes behind the flower. I might just do some echoing in this middle section. Turns out it looks a bit similar to that, so maybe you'll do something different. If you've enjoyed learning from me here with our Flower Power Quilt-A-long, I have got quite a few other online classes that you might like to join in. There's a variety of different techniques and styles, but loads of original designs for you to play in your favourite technique. For instance, my blocks of the month, my Wildflower 9 patch. Of course, you can still follow the same technique and the same designs, but work along with patchwork or applique or embroidery or your Inktense pencils. There's many ways that you can use my designs to suit your favourite technique. So I hope to see you soon in one of my other HelenGodden.com classes. So there we go. I hope you've enjoyed our Flower Power Quilt-A-long. But wait, there's more. Yes, I created a bonus block. This one didn't quite make the cut, but it was just too pretty to not include it. So if you have a look there in my photo album on my Facebook page, there is actually a 10th block. Now you could enlarge that, you could do whatever you like with that one. Let's see, you might even use it as the label of this quilt. So I hope you enjoy that, plus the little bonus. Looking forward to see the variations, but most of all I hope this has helped keep you busy in our isolation and keep us all together as a larger community. So thank you very much for joining me on our Flower Power Quilt-A-long. This is Helen Godden signing out. Education and inspiration from HelenGodden.com. See you later.